Chapter 9. Come on, Beth. Other people have to use the bathroom too. If we miss the bus, you'll have to drive us to school. I'm banging on the bathroom door while Zach leans listlessly against the wall next to me. You've been in there for an hour. I'm shaving, she yells out. Do you want me to cut myself? Do you really want me to answer that? I reply. A minute later, the door opens, and before I can get in, Zach suddenly springs to life and beats me to it. Better work on those reflexes, Beth says as she walks past me, her hair wrapped in a towel. This is one of those times when being an only child would be really, really good. There's no way I'll have time to shower now, so I might as well check if Adam responded to my email about the acupuncture. I throw on my clothes and hurry downstairs. Dear Mia, the acupuncture sounds great. If you're looking for a good fake symptom, allow me to suggest an earache. The only thing I've ever done to try to enhance my synesthesia was to get really drunk on eggnog one Christmas. I learned my lesson, though, when all I saw for the next 5 hours was the inside of the toilet bowl. You should definitely go, no matter what, even if you have to sneak around behind your parents' backs. I can write you a fake doctor's note if you want. Let me know. Adam. The fake doctor's note sounds a bit extreme, but there's no way my parents would let me go if I asked. I'm very lucky to have Adam to write to. Not only because he's the only one who understands me, but because I seem to be fighting with everyone in my family. Just yesterday, Zach declared I was acting all superior because I told him I was too busy to help him study for his vocabulary test. I told him that maybe, just maybe, my brain actually was more superior than his, and that my colors are an advancement in evolution. He said that more likely I'm some kind of a throwback, and now he's been calling me the missing link. I don't think it's very funny. Mia, my mother calls out as I'm leaving the small office. You have a phone call. I quickly delete the letter, run up to her room, and take the phone. It's Jerry, she says. I can't imagine what he wants, but I'm just relieved it isn't my math teacher calling to accuse me of cheating. I say hello. Hi, Mia. Your mother said you're about to leave for school, so I'll make this fast. The funding just came through to bring a group of synesthetes together over Thanksgiving weekend for a few days of comparing notes. We'll have group discussions, and basically, you'll all get to learn from one another. You're one of the lucky ones, since you only live a couple of hours from here. Do you think you'd like to participate? My eyes widen. Definitely. Good. Why don't you put your mother back on the phone, and I'll give her the details. Okay, I say. Hey, can I bring someone with me who might be a synesthete too? His name's Billy Henkel. Of course. Have his parents contact me. I don't really know how to reach his parents, I admit. But you know his last name, right? Just look it up in the phone book. What on earth is wrong with me that I didn't think of that before? I feel like a huge idiot as I hand the phone back to my mother. Who's Billy? Mom asks, holding her hand over the mouthpiece. I'll tell you later. I can't keep track of your boyfriends, she says. Huh? She waves me away as she takes down the information from Jerry. While I'm waiting, I pull out the phone book she keeps under her night table. Scanning through the H's, I find no Henkels listed in town or in the neighboring towns. I try spelling it as many ways as I can think of, but have no luck. I pace across the well-worn carpet until my mother hangs up. What boyfriends? I repeat. Don't be embarrassed, she says. Your brother told me about them. What did he tell you? You're going to miss the bus, she says, checking the clock on her night table. And don't forget, you have your math tutor after school. Mom, please, I don't have any boyfriends. Roger and Adam? She asks, then chuckles. You kids grow up so fast these days. Roger, I repeat through gritted teeth. He's just a kid from school. And I haven't even met Adam in person. I'm going to kill Zach. I storm out of her room, grab my stuff for school, and walk quickly down the street to the bus stop. Zach must really be mad at me if he made up those things about Roger and Adam. That's something Beth would have done, but not Zach. I didn't even realize he knew Roger's name. The bus arrives right as I get to the stop. I glare at Zach when I get on, and then go sit with Jenna. There's this weird vibe between us now. Like we're still best friends, except it's different. I don't know if she notices it or not. Right now, she's totally obsessed with planning her party. I try to act as if I'm excited about her selection of decorations, but it's hard. My head is filled with so many more important things. I was going to tell her about Adam, but she doesn't give me the chance. Jenna is still talking about the party on the bus ride after school, and I'm actually glad that I have to go straight home for my tutor. As I toss my book bag on the bottom of the staircase, I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "Don't worry, Mrs. Winchell. Mia's going to do great, you'll see." I tiptoe down the hall and peek my head into the kitchen. My mother is sitting at the table with a girl who looks around 18. She has long, straight brown hair parted down the middle and sparkly green eyes. She's wearing a wide smile and a low-cut shirt. "Mia, this is your tutor, Samantha." "Hi," I say, feeling like a completely different species from this girl. "Why don't I leave the two of you to get down to work?" my mother says, making her exit. "Have fun." "We will, Mrs. Winchell," Samantha says way too cheerily. She pushes a chair close to hers and motions for me to sit down. I can see she's already laid out paper, pencils, and textbooks. As Samantha starts talking, I begin to wish I were back with Jenna hearing about the party. "Now, Mia," she says excitedly, "even though it may not seem like it, math is a concept too. A mathematical equation is asking you to arrive at a number after manipulating other numbers. And the numbers stand for quantities. We're going to teach you to approach math problems differently. In a way, we'll be mapping out the equations in space until you feel like you can reach out and grab them. Doesn't that sound great?" She is almost giddy. I wish I could match her enthusiasm, but right now, my difficulty with math doesn't seem as important as it used to. And after all, I did get an A on that last test. But Samantha is so eager to help me that I say, "Yeah, that sounds really great," and resign myself to the math lesson. Halfway through it, Zach comes home and barges right into the kitchen. "Oh, sorry," he says, stopping short and staring at us. "I didn't know you had company." I sigh. "Samantha, this is my brother, Zach." "Nice to meet you," she says, holding out her hand. Zach looks utterly enthralled, and when he takes her hand, I'm afraid he's going to kiss it. He hangs around the kitchen for a few more minutes, fixing himself the slowest peanut butter and jelly sandwich in recorded history, and keeping one eye on Samantha at all times. Since when did Zach start liking girls? "Say goodbye, Zach," I finally tell him. He backs slowly out of the room, still staring and smiling awkwardly. Either Samantha doesn't notice, or she's used to the attention. After 2 hours, she finally runs out of steam, and I feel like I'm going to explode from concentrating so hard. I let her out the front door and go to check out the noises I hear coming from the den. Beth and Zach are both balancing on one foot with their arms held high above their heads. Their eyes are closed. "Breathe in through your nose, hold it, breathe out through your mouth," Beth says in a low, soothing voice. I watch, mesmerized. Suddenly, Zach loses his balance and tips over, almost taking Beth down with him. Zach looks up at me from the floor. "So, what do you think?" he asks. "I look pretty good in this yoga outfit, don't I?" He's wearing last year's gym shorts and a t-shirt that says, "Runs with scissors" on the front and "Plays well with others" on the back. I'm still mad at him for making up the boyfriends thing. "Actually, you look pretty stupid," I say spitefully. "Missing link," he mutters as he gets to his feet. "Jealous much?" I snap back, walking quickly away. "It's okay, Zach," Beth says, stretching her arms wide. "Don't let her uncenter you with her negativity. Let's go on to the next pose." The back door opens, and the smell of pizza wafts into the room. Dad must have brought it home for dinner. I run into the kitchen before Beth and Zach can untangle themselves. Dad goes upstairs to get Mom, so for one wonderful second, I'm alone with my choice of pizza. Beth and Zach arrive a second later, and each grabs a slice from different boxes. "I guess yoga makes you hungry," I say. "You shouldn't knock it till you try it," Beth replies, her mouth already full. "It's very relaxing and centering." "I'm relaxed and centered enough," I tell her, helping myself to a slice with pepperoni. "Huh," Zach says. "What's your problem lately?" I ask him. "Why did you tell Mom I have 2 boyfriends?" "Since when do you have 2 boyfriends?" Beth asks, narrowing her eyes at me. "Since never," I say, turning back to Zach. "I told her to get back at you," he says, reaching for another slice already. "For what?" "I don't really know." "Nice." I hear our parents coming down the stairs, and suddenly I'm not in the mood for a group meal. Whatever. Have a great dinner. I put one more slice on my plate and leave the room. "Where are you going?" Dad asks when I run into him and Mom in the hall. "I haven't seen you all day." "I'm going up to take a bath since Beth hogged the bathroom this morning," I tell them. "Also, I don't feel so well." That's the truth, in a way. I'm sick of everyone. "Okay," my father says, sounding a bit disappointed. "Maybe you'll come talk afterward?" "Maybe," I tell him, climbing the steps 2 at a time.